Hello once again, this is Tall Tat Guy, and this is my second video in my series of my articles of issues concerning or regarding our nation and state of affair and of our world. Alright, as video is titled, this article is A Sad State of the Union. As in the times of our forefathers, we once again live in a time when the citizenry openly oppose legislation being passed by legislators swarmed over by special interest lobbyists. The pleas of the people once again fall on deaf ears in our nation's capital. We, the people, openly spoke to our leader over the issue of health care, and in spite of the majority of Americans against it, our president put it to the process of passage anyway. It would seem our own government has come to the position that the American people are their children and therefore do not know what is in their own best interest. When the health care bill was even considered for debate, against a clear majority of Americans opposing it, a clear message was sent. The message delivered to us by the passage of legislation which did not have the public support can only mean that we truly are regarded as wards of the state, and we must be dictated to by the select few as to what is best. Woe the times that have befallen the great citizens of the United States of America and the Republic. Long have we tolerated the abuse of power and authority which we have granted those whom were elected to protect our rights and interests. We have also had to put up with the excessive powers they have granted themselves without our approval. It seems to me, as well as many others, that those we elected no longer represent the ideals or values which have held the great republic together for so long. These individuals have become destructive to the common health and welfare of the common American citizen. No longer do our voices carry weight with our representatives, it would seem. It can truly be said once again, as in the past, that those whom we have elected to protect us no longer hold our safety or rights as their highest priority. As a nation of terrified and scared sheep at the attacks of 9/11, we gathered under the banner of protection and safety in the guise of the Patriot Act 1 and then 2, as well as the Freedom Act, and many of the freedom-eroding laws which have been passed in the wake of 9/11. Do we the people forget so quickly the events that brought this nation into being in the first place? Have we forgotten the same basic abuses that were perpetrated on the colonies by a governance system which became indifferent to the cries of its citizenry? Was it not the vile act of violence against the citizenry, the taxation without representation, or the passage of laws to govern when those who are being governed had no input at all as to the nature and extent of the laws? Yes, this started a war in our country once. The very evils and freedom-eroding actions that are and have been taken by our own current government are no different from those of the government we had to shed a few hundred years ago. So why must we tolerate it now? Maybe we as Americans have truly forgotten what it is to be free and independent people, that we would so utterly give away our freedom and independence to the state. Have we not had our own eyes opened to the cruelty of our own troops in foreign lands against those civilian populations in a perpetual war against terror? How is it that we have come to a state of affairs when our own politicians openly lie to us and we in return do nothing about it? Has the state of affairs in this nation become so sad that we have forgotten what it truly means to be American and a republic of the people? Maybe as a nation we have forgotten the high price we paid for our liberty, that it would be given away so easily in the name of security. So welcome now to the new United States of America, home of a new brand of democratic fascism, where our leaders care not for the people's rights, but for a delusional idea that is American empire. Thank you.